Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. And today we're looking at the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars series, Super Saiyan, Rose, Goku, Black, and yeah, let's just get into it because I have definitely a good amount to say about this figure. Now, he does come with a few accessories, as you guys can see here already. The right leg for the build a piece, which is Fusion Zamasu. Completely different leg than the one on him right now. The boot is different, the pants are sculpted differently, so in case you're wondering, legs are different molds, which is always a good thing in my opinion. You know, you don't want to get two of the same leg just because he's a fusion guy. You would assume maybe they're just gonna reuse his legs. Now, is it the same legs as Zamasu? I don't know. I don't have him, but I don't think so. I don't think Zamasu has those kind of boots. We do get a energy effect piece here, which is his blade thing, which is cool that it came with it. It's not super pointy at the end or anything. It's all right for an effect. It's made out of rubber, so it's bendy. Be careful where you place it. You don't want to place it somewhere where it curves and then it's going to be stuck like that. You're going to have to heat it up and fix it. It does plug into the ball peg on his hand, and I'll show you guys that right now, actually, just to get it out of the way. Just unplug that. No, it's unfocused, so I bring it closer. Yeah, okay, bring it closer. And then just pop it on there, and you can see it fits on there. It looks okay. It looks a little bit weird because there's no hand in there, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Just pop that off. And while I have his hand off, I might as well show you. He does come with a pair of open hands, which do have the time ring. And if I can focus in on this, you can see it does have the symbol of the time ring a little bit on there, which is pretty cool. You know, that's attention to detail right there. It's so tiny, so unnoticeable, but it's still there. So I'm definitely going to have to hand it to Bandai for that one. You can see it also comes with a pair of fists, and again, the time ring and the symbol is on there. So I will give them that. They did, you know, do their homework and look into it and said, you know what, let's put that symbol on the ring, which is cool. Another thing they did, which is actually pretty cool, is this is a completely new body mold. I assumed they were just going to reuse the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that came in the earlier part of this wave. But no, I mean, obviously, you know, he has long sleeves and the boots are different, but the legs are a completely different mold. The arms are a different mold. They're a little bit skinnier. The hands are actually a different mold themselves, and I do have the other Goku's fists here so we can kind of see it here. Let me just focus in again. And you can see the fist from the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Rose Goku. This one has like a bigger dip where the thumb meets, and I think it's just bigger overall compared to this one. So new hands, which is going a little bit above and beyond because, well, I'm pretty sure the other Goku's hands are all the same. Same thing with Vegeta, so that's awesome. Again, chest different. The way his gi is made up is all different. Hair is also different. It's molded completely different pieces, and I'll show you guys that in a comparison later on in the video. And yeah, so his face, if I can just bring in him here right there, you can see it's all right. Again, it's Dragon Star lines. I can't really get too mad at them. I do want them to improve words. I do want them to improve on the faces, but it's consistent with the other figures, so I can't get too mad and say, well, why didn't they fix it? Well, this figure was probably already prototyped and more or less done when the first part of this wave came out, so they haven't really had time. So, can't get too hard on them. We are getting a new wave, I believe, this month. So, if they haven't fixed them, then I can kind of get into it a little bit and be like, what are you guys doing? But until then, can't get too mad. You can see he does have the earring right there, which is painted a really nice green. That is actually really nice, metallic, shiny. Even the gold on it is painted good. And his hair, the shimmeriness of it, it's like glittery, it's shiny, especially in the light. I don't think, you know, the camera's actually doing it justice on how nice this hair looks. You know, the Figuarts hair is more of a matted thing. This one's more of a shiny thing. And man, it's hard to say which one I actually like more. I might have to say this one. Don't get me wrong. I love the matted hair on the Figuarts, but this one, I don't know. In the light, it looks really good. So aesthetically, I think he is a really nice figure. Now, that's where the niceness kind of ends. Articulation wise, he has it. It's not horrible, especially for this series of figures. I still don't get why they can't get on the caliber of their Power Ranger line, which I know they lost the license to, but I mean, the money they're saving from that, maybe they should. I'm hoping they put into this line because I feel like they took a few steps back on here. Like they took one leap forward and did it wrong, and then they decided to take a few steps back because I don't know what they were thinking. Now, if you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you know I don't complain. I mean, I will complain about whatever needs to be complained about, but usually, typically, the figures I buy, I'm like, all right, it's not bad, it's cool, I like it. This one, again, it's all right, it's not bad, I like it, but oh my god, what did they do to this figure? Um, okay, so the other Goku, his elbow wasn't full 90 degrees, or when it came to his elbow bend. This guy has it. He has double jointed elbows, and they work really well, but they look unbelievably ugly. Okay, so let's start off with the arm articulation, since I guess I was already mentioning it. See, he bends in at 90, but they leave this giant gap here, and then there's the piece for the elbow just kind of sticking out, and that's not pretty, especially from that angle. It looks so awkward. From this angle, I feel like maybe you're hiding it a little bit with the clothes and everything, but from this side, it doesn't look that great at all. It's cool that he can do it, but it looks like somebody cut his arm and glued it to the front half of his the other part of the arm, I guess you would say. Is it cool that he can do it? Yeah. Do I want them to be able to do this with all the figures? Yes. Do I want it to look like this? No. But it is cool that it has it, so I'll give it that. Rest of his arm articulation, kind of not the greatest, but not the worst. He can move his arm up about that much because this part does get in the way, though you can kind of move that around and get his arm to go up anyway if you need to, though this is going to be on the bottom. Look a little bit weird. He does have upper bicep rotation right there. Just showed you those elbows that look very awkward, and he does have a kind of, I guess, swivel around here and a hinge at the hands, which don't do that great. He does have a wannabe butterfly joint, but I mean wannabe because it doesn't really do anything. It kind of reminds me of like the extended peg from the Shoto line, though not too extended. I want to say that this is probably what's getting in the way the most, the rubber piece for the shirt. But the annoying thing is, just like the other Goku, he can't do kind of like a Kamehameha stance, though I don't remember if Rose Goku Black ever did a Kamehameha. So, I guess it's not that big of a deal for this character, but still, it would be nice to be able to get a Goku-esque body that can do it. Head articulation, he can't really look up. You can kind of force him back, but it's going to go back down. Can look down a little bit, but just barely. Can look left and right. And his neck does help him pivot a little bit, so that's good. It's a step in the right direction. His neck isn't turning to the side like the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but still could be a lot better. Still no ab crunch. Instead, he has that ball peg right here, which actually, I should mention this, when taking him out of the package earlier, I was pulling it, grabbed it from the top, pushed it, and the torso popped off. So be aware that that could happen to you. Don't be afraid that it broke. You do have to put the skirt piece and the belt back on, but you can't pop this back on. Also, his leg popped off when I was doing that. So, yeah, but I mean, it's pretty sturdy. He's not falling apart, so there is that. So he can kind of lean forward a little bit, lean back a lot of bit, lean side to side really well, actually. I'm okay with, them keeping this ball joint right here, right, at the waist. They just really do need to cut this and make him be able to bend forward and back. I know why they don't want to do it. They don't want to disrupt the way it looks, but I think it needs it. Maybe not as bad as the arms need to be fixed and the head, but it would be nice. Leg articulation, I would say is limited by this piece here, but it's probably not. And the reason I'm saying that is I've taken these apart before, and I've tested the legs, and most of the time it's actually still about the same range with and without this piece. So I believe it was a hit that I tried that on. I took the legs off. Not the legs off, I took the bottom part of his whatever he's wearing off to see how high the legs can go without it, and they barely went up anymore. So, yeah. But anyways, the leg can kick up that much. can go back barely anything. It doesn't really have a swivel there, but you can kind of move it in and out. Can't really go outwards, and this is probably the worst part of the figure. He does have this really nice knee bend. Look at that. That is nice range. That I have no idea what they were thinking when. I mean, okay, I understand action figures having gaps and stuff like that when you bend the elbows, bend the knees, and stuff like that. I'm okay with it. I don't go hard on any figure that has a little bit of gappage, especially a $20 figure. But what is happening here? There's like I can get the fist and hold it in there. Like I can get the other fist. Can I do both of these? Just put one here and one here. And what in the world is going on? That is ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking. There is a better way to do this. They need a copy to figurize standard way of doing it, where when you move the knee down, there's a piece that comes down with it that just kind of fills it in. Because this is horrible. It's just sad. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they approved this. There's definitely a better way to do it. Those figurized figures can go for about $20 to 30. So I know that it can't be that hard for them to incorporate it on this, especially since that's a model kit and this is a action figure, albeit a $20 action figure. That's just sad. I just showed you guys. I could fit both of these fists inside the gappage. What's going on here? I don't know what they were thinking, and I appreciate that. But just like the elbows, they went for functionality over, I guess, aesthetics, which can sometimes be good. I'm looking at you, McFarlane. You guys, they put out a great product. Their figures look freaking amazing, but the articulation lacks, and it's because they want their figures to look amazing. And that can be good or bad depending on the type of collector you are. It's McFarlane. You know what you're getting into. This is meant to be an action figure, but they couldn't do that. And here's the thing: I wouldn't be that. No, I would still be that upset, but if it was their only kind of 6-inch line, I could understand a little bit more. But they do Power Rangers, or they did Power Rangers, and they're still doing until the end of the year. But look at the knees. Uh, do you see what's going on here? Now I get it. He has his pants molded a certain way. His are more just kind of like a nice streamlined thing. But still, they could pull that off. Again, with the legs, they could pull off this stuff, and he's wearing boots. He's wearing boots too. There is no real articulation here. It goes back a little bit, it goes forward a little bit, goes side a little bit, goes to the other side a little bit. You feel it move, but I mean, it's not really doing anything. It does rotate around, but that's about it. Elbow. They both do. I mean, this one does a little bit better, but this one looks a lot nicer and is pretty much all you really need. Head. I get he has a helmet. He doesn't have all this hair, but still, it's sad to see that they can do all that work for Power Rangers, but when it came to the Dragon Ball Z ones, I don't know what was going on there. I really don't. I don't know if it's because they knew that Goku Black would be a hot seller, and they just wanted to rush it out without fixing all these things or what. But I feel like they definitely jumped the gun on this one, and they should have waited just a little bit to get him looking right. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Aesthetically, it's not bad, but yeah, let's just move on to some size comparisons and then wrap up this review. So real quick, I just want to apologize if there was a jump cut and kind of looked a little bit weird in the last clip. When my camera gets to like 12-ish minutes, it does cut the recording in half, and in between that, it loses stuff. Then the audio gets out of sync, but you can't really tell because I'm not on camera, so you can't see my mouth moving. But anyways, that's besides the point. He is compared to the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, and you can see here, it is a completely different body mold, but they did get the height right. I mean, granted, he's looking down a little bit, so it might look a little bit off, but shoulder-wise and everything, you can tell that he's the same height. Muscle mass-wise, this Goku is a little bit beefier in the arms, I guess you could say. He's a little bit more pronounced in the chest, and his is a little bit back more. But you can tell that, it is supposed to be more or less the same character, kind of. I mean, there are differences, but I think that's a good thing. It would have kind of sucked buying this guy twice and just having him in this body, kind of like they did with the first wave, where the Goku and Super Saiyan Goku were the same, and the Vegeta and Super Saiyan Vegeta were the same. And on top of that, making the two GameStop exclusive ones the same as those bodies. I'm really glad that they went and made a new body mold. They do look pretty good together. I wish his hair was as metallic-y and shiny as his. I don't know if it's just the pink that makes it a little bit shinier or what, but his is definitely just a little bit more doled out than Rose's. I think it would look a lot better here, though. It does look a little bit more matted once you get to the back of the hair. The front of it still looks good. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera because of all the lights, but there is that. And yeah, like I said, it's cool that they are completely different body molds. The fists are even different, which I think is an awesome bonus. So there is that. And just really quick here, he's compared to a Super Saiyan figurized Goku. And in case you guys never seen figurized, just for whatever reason, this is what I mean by they can definitely do the knee articulation a lot better. They need to integrate this into that. I mean, this guy just already has better articulation, albeit that just popped off really easily. But his, like I said, his articulation is definitely better than his. I mean, his elbow doesn't go as good, but it does look nicer. If they can do this with a model kit, I don't get why they can't do it with an action figure. Uh, Especially considering I would assume anyway that this would be cheaper to plan out. I don't know the right word, because this guy, they have to kind of sculpt him and everything, and then they have to take him apart. This guy, they just have to sculpt him and put him together without having to figure out, well, how's the customer going to put it together and snap everything in. So I like I said, I would assume again, this is probably Bandai of America, I'm pretty sure, and this is Bandai of Japan. But I mean, come on, guys, you can do better. And here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan God Goku and the Super Saiyan Rose um, Goku Black. And don't mind the soft goods. It's not permanent. It's just a test. That's why it looks a little bit weird. And I would have taken it off to show you guys him compared to how he looks like in his retail packaging and everything. But I would have to pop the body apart. I would have to heat it up. It's summer. It's hot. These are excuses. I will probably do a comparison review later. But one thing I do want to note is that this is definitely not a final product thing. If I were to redo this again, obviously I would buy better fabric for the gi here and stuff. But the main thing, I would buy two of the new Goku coming out for $30. Pop off his waist, or upper torso, I should say, and switch it with his. That way, his chest isn't puffing out so much, because that's only happening because of the way he's molded. But like I said, proof of concept. If you guys start putting hate on, like, oh, that's so ugly, why would you do that? I'm just saying, it's proof of concept. Why you going there? But anyways, you can see that they are all about the same height. So if anything, he's just a little bit taller, but it's okay. It works with the line. So if you couldn't get him, which I can understand, I know he's sold out. If you didn't get him right away, if you didn't put him on pre-order, and he's gone up to about 100 to 130 on Amazon and eBay. I don't think there's going to be another wave of them coming out, unfortunately, because he is a webshop exclusive. I'm sure we will get a different version of him with less premium stuff in the future, but for now, I would definitely recommend picking up this guy over this guy if you can't afford him. But more on that in a second. I do want to mention, here is the blade that he comes with, and there's the blade he comes with. It's really no contest in which one looks better, but obviously premium figure, premium accessories. And again, if you say anything negative about this gi here that I made for him, it's just a proof of concept. I know the chest looks crazy. That's because the way it's molded. I was just bored, and I don't have the right material to make it look as good. So I'm just saying. But I did want to show you guys kind of the comparison here. And it's actually not bad at all. But anyways, moving on. And lastly, here he is compared to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and a Power Rangers Legacy Blue Space Ranger. Is that the right word? Are they called Legacy line? I don't remember. I don't honestly remember. But as you can see, he is the shorter of the three. I guess you can kind of say he fits in with Marvel Legends a little bit, because Spider-Man is a little bit tall, but at the same time, not really. And I don't understand how Bandai can make this right here and then not do as good here. And Hasbro over here doing this, and again, they kind of do the same thing that Bandai is doing with their Black Series. Not that the Black Series is bad, but it could be better considering how they make the Marvel Legends, but that's an entire other thing. Again, you're just a general comparison, and yeah. So overall, definitely a kind of weird move for Bandai. Now, granted, the complaints I did, they were justified. I'm not even gonna try and say, oh well, they're not that bad. They were pretty justified. But I will say, in a vanilla pose esque, one right here, he doesn't look that bad. As long as you don't bend his elbow in all the way, it's not horrible. Again, his knee, unless you have it bent all the way, doesn't look too bad. And that's probably what they were thinking when they had him standing, that most people aren't going to have him doing like a flying kick, put him on a stand or anything like that. Though, just because you're thinking that's not going to happen doesn't mean you shouldn't put in the effort to make it look as nice as you could. Like I said, in a vanilla pose, he looks good. His hair, I think, looks great. The fact that they put the symbol on the time ring shows that they are, trying to go with attention to detail on stuff, but they really need to figure out the joints and stuff, make them look better, make them more functional. And, you can see they tried here. They gave him more range in the knees and the elbows, but they sacrificed the way he looks a little bit too much. Again, aesthetically, not bad. The earring looks great. The hair looks great. The face could be better, but it's not the worst in the line. And the accessory, again, it looks a little cheap, but it came at one. Though I would have not minded at all if we didn't get that and we just got a powered down head. I think that would have been awesome. Uh, Not something to really expect because I don't think any of the Dragon Star lines have come with any alternate head or hair for that matter. So there is that. Would I recommend him over the figure arts? Obviously not. The figure arts one blows this one out of the water. It's definitely the superior of the two. I know I couldn't show you exactly how he looks like, you know, without the crazy stuff I have on him right now. That again, just a test. Don't worry, it'll look better in the final product, assuming I ever get to that. Because well, it's a project and it takes time, and I need that time for other things. But that one is definitely better, though I can see why you would want to get this one instead, while you're kind of sitting here thinking, well, man, I really did want this one. Should I just save the money for the other one? I can't really afford the other one. If you can't afford it, don't sweat it. I would definitely say pick this one up for retail. Right now on Amazon, he is at retail price as of me uploading and recording this video. I will have a direct link to his page on Amazon down below in the description. Amazon affiliate link, by the way. And again, get him now, because chances are, once the next wave comes out and they start slowing down production on this guy, he will probably go back up to crazy amounts of money because he was also reaching almost the $100 mark when he first came out last month. So, you know, although he's not the best and he does have his issues, it does function decent enough. Um, it is probably going to go up in value because I think all the other ones kind of did. Though I will say this, that's speculation on my part, because you can get some of the older figures again that had gone up in price, like the Vegeta and stuff. I believe they're actually available on GameStop right now. I don't know if they just have like a back stock of them, and it is possible because the way they were selling them before was mystery boxes for whatever reason. It said you can choose to buy a Dragon Ball figure, but you would get one at random, which I don't know why they did that back then. They fixed that. It's no longer the thing, but yeah, so he may go up in value, he may not. I just want to put that out there right now. It is possible that he won't, at least for a while, but he is a decent enough alternative if you did not get the figure arts, and I really have nothing else to add. He's cool. I'll give him that. They tried something new here with the knees and the elbows. They need to figure it out, get better at it, but I guess I can at least say they are trying. The detail, I think, looks really good. The fact that it's a new body mold, I think, is awesome. Even down to the fists shows that, they are giving us new things. I like that. New things are awesome. They need to work on it, and I'm hoping that, I believe it is it Gohan that's coming out this month? I think it's Gohan, Super Saiyan Vegito Blue, um, and Kaba. I don't think Jiren is in this wave. I think Jiren is due for release next month, and I think that I think it's like a re-release of the Goku just in his Kaioken form. I don't remember who the last one was. No, I really don't, but I'm hoping that wave. will just keep improving because I do want Bandai to succeed here. I love Dragon Ball Z. These figures are pretty cool. It is awesome that he has that range of articulation, but it's executed very badly, and they really need to fix it. So we'll see where Bandai goes with it. But do I recommend it as an alternative? Yes. So if you can go for the figure arts one, even though you are going to end up paying scalper prices, I'd say go with that one. Not much else to say here. Like I said, hope they improve. Decent alternative. The choice is yours. I got it, and I didn't know about any of these issues. I didn't look it up because I wanted to be surprised and give you my genuine reaction to it. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Hoping to do a figure rise version of this in the future. Which, speaking of, there should be a new figure rise review later in the week. Another Dragon Ball Z review tomorrow. A pop review on Wednesday, and I don't know. I think that's what a little Digimon thing coming up. So I got stuff done for the week, so that's cool. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe for more. Let me know what you think about this figure. If you liked it way more than I did, I'm not gonna argue with you. You like what you like. That's awesome. Good for you. I have these problems with it. That's just me. But that's how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.